You're locked up, concrete walls, steel bars. This is your life now, as every rank of a prison hitman.
Low-level yard enforcer. Your fresh meat. Orange pants, orange shirt, no hood. First day in Gen Pop, and you already got a fresh bruise on your face. You're breathing heavy in your cell, heart pounding like a war drum. You reach under the mattress, pull out a homemade shank made from a toothbrush. You hide it in your sleeve and step out into the yard. You're nobody yet, but you're hungry. An old head from the block pulls you aside. He whispers a name. One guy who's been talking too much. Payment? A pack of cigarettes and a few crumpled dollars. You nod. That's the deal in here. You walk the yard, eyes scanning every single face, feeling the tension thick in the air like electricity. Hundreds of men in orange moving like wolves in a cage. You keep your head low, but your mind is racing. This place will eat you alive if you don't prove yourself right now. Later, you make your move in the cafeteria line. Another quick, silent exchange under the table. You slide him a folded note and feel a fresh sharpened shank slip into your palm. No words, just straight business. Then it's time. You follow your target into the shower block while everyone's distracted. Steam everywhere. The target standing under the water, back turned. You move fast. One hand clamps hard over his mouth. The other drives the shank straight in. Blood mixes with the water on the tiles. You wipe the blade on his shirt, tuck it away, and walk out like nothing happened. Back in your cell, you sit on the bunk, still wired from the adrenaline. You count the cigarettes and the crumpled dollars you just earned. One by one, you light one up, take a long, slow drag, and whisper to yourself, this is only the beginning. You just completed your first contract as a low-level yard enforcer. Small pay, extremely high risk. But now the whole block knows your name. Gang Hitman. You've leveled up. The gang trusts you now. Next day in the yard, you get the nod from the big man himself. He pulls you aside, looks you dead in the eyes, and gives you another name. Same price as before. A pack of smokes and some cash. But this time it feels different. You're no longer just some random guy doing small favors. You're becoming reliable. You circle the target like a shark, moving smooth through the crowd with your new shank tucked tight in your sleeve. The yard is packed with hundreds of inmates, tension hanging thick in the air. You keep your head on a swivel, waiting for that perfect split second when no guard is looking. Then you strike, fast and clean. One sharp stab straight to the side. The guy drops instantly. Chaos explodes all around you. Guards start screaming. Inmates are shoving and running in every direction. The whole yard turns into pure panic in seconds. You melt straight into the crowd, heart racing like crazy, but your face stays stone cold. No emotion, no panic. You blend in perfectly and disappear like a ghost. Back in your cell, you quickly clean the blade, hide it under the mattress, and sit on your bunk. Sirens are still blaring outside, boots pounding down the corridors. You take a deep breath and let it sink in. You just became a real gang hitman, a shanker. You're no longer doing random favors for cigarettes. You're officially on the payroll now. Trusted prison assassin. Now the real contracts start coming in. An authority figure pulls you into the quiet corner of the yard, looks around once, then hands you a folded photo and a single name. Make it clean, he says, voice low. No mistakes. You nod, slip the photo into your pocket, and feel the weight of it already. This isn't some small yard job anymore. This is serious. Back in your cell, you hide the photo deep under your mattress and start planning every single step in your head. You know the timing, the routes, the risks. No room for error now. The next day in the workshop, you move careful. While everyone's busy, you steal a long metal rod, slip it up your sleeve, and head back. That night, you turn it into a proper prute, a real prison spike.
You sharpen it on the grinding machine, sparks flying everywhere, the metal screaming as it becomes deadly. Then you wrap the handle tight with strips of cloth so it sits perfect in your palm. You test the balance once, twice. It feels right. Night falls and the lights go red. You take your new prut and quietly pick the lock on your own cell door. The mechanism clicks soft. You slip out into the emergency-lit corridor and move like a ghost. Silent, fast, breathing steady.
You reach the target cell, pick that lock too, and slide inside without a sound. He's sleeping on his bunk, completely unaware. You step close, clamp one hand hard over his mouth, and drive the prut straight into his neck with the other. His body twitches once, violent, then goes completely still. You hold him a second longer, wipe the weapon clean on his shirt, grab the documents he was hiding under his pillow, and slip back out into the corridor. By morning, the whole prison is buzzing. Sirens, guards running everywhere, whispers flying through every block. But nobody's looking at you. You're just another face in orange. You're no longer just a shanker. You're a professional prison assassin. Trusted, silent, and getting paid in more than just cigarettes now.
High-profile prison hitman. This is the top. You're not alone anymore. You've got your own crew, 6 young inmates who now call you boss. They're your eyes, your ears, your muscle. You sit in your cell with them, voices low, and quietly hand out every roll for the biggest hit yet. One guy's job is to cut the camera wires. 2 others will create a distraction in the next block. The rest stay tight with you. Lights suddenly drop to red. Emergency mode. You and your team move like wolves through the corridors. Silent, fast, coordinated. You hit the guard room first. They never see it coming. One of your guys clamps the guard's mouth shut. You drive the blade straight home. In seconds, you grab his keys and radio. Now you own the whole block.
You open the witness's cell with the stolen keys. Your crew rushes in and pins him down on the bunk. You finish the job clean and quick. You rip out every document and piece of evidence he was planning to use against the gang. Back in your cell, you burn the papers one by one in a small metal can. Watch the smoke rise, then look down at the fresh gang tattoo on your arm and smile.
The next day, you stand in the middle of the yard, surrounded by your full crew. Guards are running around like headless chickens, sirens still echoing. The whole prison knows your name now. You're not just surviving anymore. You're the legend, the Untouchable Shadow, the guy who runs the hits from inside the walls. From a scared nobody with a toothbrush shank to the most feared hitman in the entire prison system. That's how it works on the inside.